What's good, my YouTube family? How's everybody doing on this Tuesday evening, guys? Hopefully everybody's doing wonderfully blessed, chilling out, hanging with their loved ones. Hopefully you guys had a green day today in the markets. This is Crypto and Stock Talk with Jaime G. That be this fella right here. For those of you that don't know, well, now you know. I'm the guy that brings the latest in crypto and in the stock market, guys. So hopefully your account and my account can go up in that dinero, right? That's the whole purpose of investing, guys, is hopefully to make our accounts go up sooner than later. Guys, if you see my dogs in the background, don't mind them. They're out here. I'm in my backyard, guys. My one of my kids is back here too playing. He wasn't taking no for an answer. It's a half decent day out here where we live, in the state we live in, guys. So, I mean, my other two are playing video games, and my littlest one, my little Jaime, he's out here playing, guys. So if you see him popping up in the screen, it's not a midget, I promise, or an elf. It's my son, my 4-year-old son, guys. With that being said, guys, none of this is financial advice. This is just me merely sharing my thoughts and opinions as we invest in the crypto and the stock market, guys. If you guys can do me a favor, show me some love, guys, and most importantly, it don't cost you nothing, guys, to show me some love. Just a little bit of time to just maybe hit that ravishing like button, maybe leave a comment down below, and possibly think about hitting that subscription bell if you want to be notified when I come through with the latest and greatest. Guys, I'm not going to be too long, just long enough. I'm going to be talking about Seelos Therapeutics, guys. Maybe some of you have heard of them, maybe some of you haven't, right, guys? It is a penny stock, guys. It's a $5 stock, going for $5.09 right now, guys. But it is a great one, guys. It has major upside potential, according to analysts. They're very bullish. And from the research of what I've been reading on, when you do your own research, never take what I say, guys. Always do your own research. DYOR, as we like to say. You know what I mean? Always do your own research, guys. Don't take what I say, or even what a veteran says in the YouTube world, guys. You know what I mean? Even they tell you to always do your own research. You know what I mean? Never take what we say. I mean, it's advice, right? Not advice, rather. I mean, it's just information that we're sharing on what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, let's just dive right into this because I don't want to take up too much of your time. Okay, guys, so Seelos, and what do they do? Well, I'm glad you asked. Okay, Seelos Therapeutics is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company. It focuses on development and advancement of novel therapeutics to address unmet medical needs for the benefit of patients with central nervous system disorders. The firm's portfolio includes several late-stage clinical assets targeting indications including acute suicide ideation and behavior, which is ASIB, in major depressive disorders, which is MDD, and PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder, guys. This comes close to home, guys. Oh, there's my little guy right there. This comes close to home, guys, because I have loved ones, guys, that deal with depression and PTSD, guys, and it's some serious crap, man. You know what I mean? And they take antidepressants for it, right? And the antidepressants, you know what I mean, can sometimes make them sluggish, and you know what I mean. So, point being is there needs to be some new medical breakthrough, with medicine for this area, and that's what Seelos does. That's why I think they have great potential. They have other drugs in their pipeline, guys. I'm merely going to be more targeting on the SLS 002, which is the ketamine, which is the sector on for this stuff here, for the antidepressant and so on and so forth. I'll briefly tell you guys a couple of the other drugs, but I'm not going to get into that because I'll be in here too long. I'm already taking too long. Okay, guys. It says and it says this post PTSD, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, Sanfilippo syndrome, Parkinson's disease, other psychiatric movement disorders, plus orphan's disease. Okay, guys, that's what they do. You know what I mean? I'll just briefly show you my count, guys. You know what I mean? I always keep it 100. My count at one point in time, guys, was at 28,000, almost 29,000, guys. Now I'm at 8,339. I was at almost 6,000, guys, but I'm clawing my way back out of it. You know what I mean? With this major correction, I was heavily invested, guys, in tech and EV, right? Lesson learned, right, guys? You know what I mean? Being that I've been in the markets a little over a year, you know what I mean? It's okay, guys. You know what I mean? You live and you learn, right? You dust yourself off and keep pushing forward. You know what I mean? I learned that you need to diversify your portfolio, right, guys? So some of you guys out there that are new, diversify your portfolio. Don't be heavily invested in one sector because, well, you'll take a big hit like I did. But it's okay, guys. You just keep it pushing. I ain't worried about it. You keep a positive outlook and you keep pushing forward. Okay, guys. So I'm going to read an article out of investors out of Seeking Alpha about these guys here, about Seelos, guys, and why I'm very bullish on them, guys, right? It says SLS002 alone warrants an upside of at least 3x times in the event of a full FDA approval, right, guys? And they're already in the, don't mind my dogs, guys, sorry, they're back there barking. Shut up, Bandit! Sorry. Bandit, be quiet! Sorry. They weren't taking a no for an answer too. They wanted to come out. They're barking in the house to come on outside because it's a nice day. Anyway, they might cause a chain reaction of dog barks because everybody in my neighborhood has dogs. So it says SLS002 alone warrants an upside of at least 3x times event of a full FDA approval. And then market participants are underestimating the clinical trial success properties of the SLS002. In other words, they're underestimating this drug that they have already in phase 2, guys. Then they also have the 005, right? It's called the Seelos, and then ALS and it's a Filipino syndrome. Okay, guys. So it says thesis, right? It says Seelos Therapeutics is a pharmaceutical company with various niche indications it is pursuing. Its most promising candidate is the SLS002, which is what we're going to be currently talking about, guys, which is ketamine. Shows enormous potential in treating acute suicidal ideation, ASIB, and MDD and PTSD. There are currently no specifically approved medications for ASIB. S002 alone has, according to conservative estimates, the ability to triple the value of the share price, right? So, let me see here. It says SLS002 received breakthrough therapy designation status in November of 2019 and has recently begun a phase 2 clinical trial for acute suicide for ASIB and MDD and PTSD. Ketamine has been historically used in ketamine clinics in the U.S. for off-label treatment for a wide range of indications, including anxiety and depression. Let me keep reading here. It says, while being an effective antidepressant has a few caveats, only 2 out of 5 clinical studies show statistically significant improvements in depression. Ketamine mirrors image. Ketamine has been shown to produce fewer psychedelic effects, stronger antidepressant effects, and potentially lower abuse potential in preclinical studies compared to the ketamine. Currently, ASIB is treated via a plethora of pharmacotherapies, including but not limited to antidepressants, antipsychotics, ECST, and most recently, NMDA receptors. And anatologists such as ketamine, it is important to note that there is no specifically approved treatments for ASB, as they already said, right? ASB's treatment options are scattered, right? Based on ketamine's historical use in ketamine clinics, currently approved Spravato, and the promising data on the ketamine, there is a very high likelihood of clinical trial success and eventual FDA approval of the S002. That alone is good news, right, guys? So they have other stuff here about the other drugs that they have, but I don't really want to talk about those, guys. I'm just briefly talking about suicide, the suicide drug, guys. So it says market size potential for the ASIB and MDD and PSD. It is vital to understand that ASIB is not clearly defined suicidal ideation and behavior exists on the spectrum when it comes to psychiatric disorders. Still, they can at times also cause instantaneously but traumatic and stressful life events in individuals with no prior existing psychiatric history. So it can just come out of nowhere is what they're saying, guys. Also, it is important to understand psychiatric disorders usually display a high degree of psychiatric camaraderie and exit on comitative of severity. Whatever all that means. This means that psychedelics have the potential. It says comorbidity is important to understand since 5-HT2A agnostics do not only pose antidepressant properties but are also potentially anxiolytically. This means that they can treat both depression and anxiety simultaneously as often co-occur. Also, resolution of trauma has been reported by the use of psychedelics as evidenced by their prehistoric rituals. Shamanic use it in the Amazon, and also extensive use during the 1950s and 1970s in psychiatry and in the Western world. This means that psychedelics have the potential of treating multiple indications simultaneously, even if they intend to treat a single one. Also, the preventive use of medicines off-label. Guys, these guys are talking about using, obviously microdosing with psychedelics, guys, right? This is a breakthrough this is a breakthrough, guys. Kevin O'Leary is invested in this type of stuff. I don't know if you guys know that of who he is from Shark Tank, guys. You know what I mean? So this is breakthrough, guys. This is major. You know what I mean? So it says euthymia is characterized as a baseline neutral mood and to the right we have the scale. Oh, it's giving a breakdown. I can't even show you the screen here, guys. On it says by utilizing the psychedelic drug development tracker, we can clearly see that many companies are conducting clinical trials on the 5-HT2A agnosis, since we already have an approved FDA agnosis such as Spravato, which is the ketamine, and since studies have confirmed that the role of the 5-HT2A is promoting neuroplasticology via the influence of the mTOR, dramatic rises in neurothalamic factors such as BDNF and GF, all this other medical stuff, guys, other words that I'm not even going to get. It says, it says, in affecting brain's areas of PTSD, depression, and anxiety, such as the amygdala, PFC, and hippocampus, we can deductively conclude that there are very highly likelihood for the approval of full psychedelics, since virtually all effects of the 5-HT2A receptor. Basically, what all that's telling me, guys, is that there's a strong possibility that this ketamine drug, which basically has psychedelics in it, guys, is going to get approved. You're gonna bump my screen, guys. Buddy. Okay, guys. So it says the fruit of proof. I don't want to keep boring you guys. Let me get it here, guys, a little bit more. So summary, guys, of what it says. There's a lot more. I don't want to take too long, guys. It says Seelos Therapeutics' most promising substance is the SLS-002, the ketamine for ASIB, MDD, and PTSD. It offers an upside between 3.3x and 13x times, depending on the scope of the dilution. Unfortunately, I believe that the findings of promising treatment for the... Okay, that's talking about something else. If this occurs, this will cause... No. Okay. Well, I believe the risk is rather small, primarily due to the increased institutional ownership. Suggested true belief is it is still something on one investor's needs to be aware of. Okay, guys, that all their opinions, guys. So basically, I could have kept going on right about what they were saying, guys, but long story short, hopefully I didn't bore you with all that medical terminology. I just wanted to give you a little some fundamentals on why I'm bullish, and because they have some breakthrough. It's already in phase 2, guys, this SLS-002, and they're saying it can possibly 13x, guys, from 3x to 13x. That's crazy. 13x. That's 13 times your investment. You know what I mean? That's freaking good, guys. And just want to give you guys a little bit of data on suicide, guys, on why this medicine is so important. It says research shows more than 90% of people who kill themselves in depression or another diagnosable mental or kill themselves have depression. It says research shows that more than 90% of people who kill themselves have depression or another diagnosable mental or substance abuse disorder. Depression is the cause of over 2/3, guys, of the reported suicides in the U.S. each year. Suicide rates have increased, not decreased, increased, guys, in nearly every state over the past 2 decades. So over the past 20 years, half of the states have seen suicide rates go up more than 30%, guys. We have, 54 states, and half of them, it's gone up 30%. That's insane, man. There needs to be better treatment for depression and suicide, guys. Every day, 123 people die by suicide. Every day, right, guys? And suicide accounts for 1 million ER visits, guys, yearly. And over 40% of those patients that go are admitted. So 40% of 1 million people end up getting admitted for trying to kill themselves. 40% out of a million people. 40% of 1 million people. Do the math. That's crazy. That's a lot of people, guys. And I'm gonna not close out, but last the statistics here, guys, is suicide is the 10th leading cause of death right now in the U.S. It kills 45,000 people per year, guys. Oh, see my dogs back there, guys? 45,000 people die, guys, per year, right? There has to be something better, right, guys? That's why I'm I keep repeating, is why I really like Seelos and what they're doing, right? It's breakthrough. It could be breakthrough technology, not technology, medicine, rather, especially using the psychedelics, right, that can simultaneously do like two things at once, is what they were saying in this article. If you want to look it up, it's in Seeking Alpha. Go look it up, guys. Right, guys. You know, today, guys, Seelos Therapeutics rose 16.43%. Guys, I'm gonna get a little bit into the fundamentals, technicals on this, guys, and then I'm gonna be done. I don't want to take up too much time, as I always say. Right, guys, the price rose 16.3%, guys, for the day, and another 2.82%, guys, after hours. It is currently at a price at 509, guys. Analyst Chad Melby from the firm B. Riley, right? Which, guys, I don't know if you guys know what firm B. Riley is. It's definitely no small firm, right, guys? And it is one of Wall Street's most well-respected financial firms, right? And Mr. Melby is to be considered a 5-star analyst, right, guys? So he's obviously knows what he's talking about, is the point I'm trying to get at, and why I'm sharing this with you, right? This is his price target and his analytics, not mine, right, guys? So he gives it a price target, like I said, guys, of $15, right, guys? In the last week, it's been up 24%, guys. In the last month, 71%. Last 3 months, 259%, guys. And in the last year, 930%. Just think about if you would have invested a year ago, you would have made 930% on your investment. Okay, retail investors, guys, own 81%, right? Retail investors such as me and you guys, right? They own 81.5% of the company. I own 100 shares right now, guys. I picked up some shares yesterday, right? I picked up 100 shares. I think this is a great long-term play, guys. You know what I mean? Not financial advice. You know what I mean? I mean, it could be a good short-term play as well if that's what you choose to do. But me personally, I think it's a very great long-term play. So they say within a year, guys, they give it a price target of $15, which is like a 300% increase. All right, guys. So what big institutional investors own this company? I'm glad you asked. You have, guys, Vanguard owns $11.9 million worth of shares. You have Renaissance Technology. They own $3.6 million worth of shares. And you have BlackRock, guys, owns $2.4 million worth of shares. You know what I mean? Like I always say, institutional investors are not going to put millions of dollars in a company if they don't see profits for them and their clients, bottom line. You know what I mean? So, guys, I hope I didn't bore you. I hope this video was useful, guys. Seelos, go look them up. Do your own research, guys. You guys can do me a favor and give me a fat thumbs up, maybe one or two. Leave a comment down below, guys. And if you guys thought this was useful, maybe consider subscribing to the channel by hitting that subscription bell, guys. This is Crypto and Stock Talk with Jaime G. I hope you guys have a blessed night, and I hope I didn't take too much up of your time, and hopefully you stayed to the end. And tomorrow, guys, I will be coming with another great video for your radar, guys. So, till tomorrow, peace.